Hello TCG and Lorcana enthusiasts, and welcome back to yet another Lorcana deck profile and gameplay video. Today we are looking at Emerald Amber Hand Control, a deck that we looked at from post Rise of the Floodbron, but now let's look at it with some of the cards that we got from post Into the Inklands. So first up, we're running 4 of the Cursed Merfolk. It's a 1-drop with that quest for 2, but if your opponent decides to challenge it, your opponent discards a card, so it's really nice. So it's a very annoying card in the early game, not mentioning that we get 2. We are still running the 1-drop Flynn Rider from Rise of the Floodborn. We're running 3 of the 2-drop Flynn Rider from the first chapter. We are running 4 Sudden Chill because we are running the new Ursula in here that will allow us to sing this twice. We're running 4 of the new Ursula. It's not the 3-drop Ursula, the 2-drop that allows us to look at an opponent's hand and discard a song. Again, not a lot of decks play songs, but still, this is very good to control those decks that do song control, and a lot of steel archetypes, steel decks like to use songs, especially Storm Rages On. Anything that's using the Emerald engine right now can have that Ursula sing like the Storm Rages On, Strength of Raging Fire are really good, as well as Then Came Zeus that can just hit anything for 5 damage. So we kind of want to play this just so we can get rid of those songs altogether. We have 4 Hypnotize. We are running 3 of the 𝐒𝐿 in here. While, yes, we are a hand control deck, we do want to control our opponent's board presence as well. So when we play this, we can spin a character with 2 power or less back to our opponent's hand, which is really nice. If there's a character we don't want them on the board right now, we can spin it like, say, we're dealing with a deck with Ursula. We could just get that Ursula back off so it doesn't start singing again. We can just get a lot of things off the board. Anyways, we got our 4 Prince John mandatory in this deck because if he's up, you just get to draw for every card your opponent discards. We're running 4 of the Ursula that is just really good for singing anything 2 costs or less. We are playing Bare Necessities as well, so we can use that to sing it. And again, any song she sings, she gets to play again for free and put on the bottom of our deck. So, good cycle. 4 Daisy Duck. 3 Donald Duck for draw power, just in case we need to draw a little more cards with Prince John. Plus, this allows us to facilitate all our hand control cards. If our opponent at least has a card in their hand, at least they can facilitate. We're running 3 of the Shift Flynn Rider. He does loses the lore for each card in our opponent's hand, but if we have our opponent's hand down to 1 or 0 cards, he trusts for 4, so he's just really, really strong, not mentioning he has evasive naturally. We're running only 2 of the Shift Bell. I'm not running Morphin here. This is just a late game card if we need to throw her down to be a nuisance card. And I am running 3 of the Lucifer as well because he can discard either one action card or 2 cards from our opponent's hand. So if we've already gotten rid of, say, using like Bare Necessities to get rid of non-character cards, then we can put down Lucifer to get rid of character cards. So, really good. So anyways, for the small little Amber engine, because there really isn't much of an Amber engine we're playing in here, we're just running 4 of the Bare Necessities. We look at our opponent's hand, and we can discard a non-character card. We're 4 Rapunzel to heal and draw, and then 4 You Have Forgotten Me. I'm sorry there for that unexpected little video, but anyways, we're running 4 Forgotten Me. Our opponent discards 2 cards. So that is the updated deck. Let's take it to the Pixelborn ladder to see how well we do. Alright, so we're playing against Amber Steel. This can either be like Bodyguard Turbo or Song Control, and also you'll notice that the match thing up here is also gone. They removed that altogether. I'm not sure why they removed that, but it is now officially gone. So we're going to get rid of the Flynn Rider. We don't have the little Shift one. Anyways, he's a late game card, mid to late game, so right now it's not good to have him as a non-inkable. And then the Bell is late game, and we already have a Donald. So this is pretty nice because this Ursula will allow us to look at our opponent's hand as well. Well, we didn't need 2 You Have Forgotten Me, but, you know, I guess we could take it. This Pluto is really, really good. Of course, you get rid of the Shift Flynn Rider, you draw a little Flynn Rider. That's how it always is for me. But anyways, I am going to be more of a nuisance. As much as it would be fun to put down Flynn Rider and have him be like an attacker, I want this, because this threatens a lot of things. Because this is more of a nuisance because now he quests for 2, as if we see a 6 Rockstar go, still a very good card. It is Song Control. Okay, so it is a Song Control strategy. I don't think we need 2 Sudden Chills in our hand. Now, if he's on a Song Control strategy, if I look in his hand, there are 2 songs in there. So this one... Okay. I think I'm going to get rid of 0 to hero. For every character he has in play, he reduces the play cost of a guy in his hand, and he does have a Stitch Rockstar in there. So we'll quest with that. Now, while he does have 3 on the board and we have 1, the aspect is this discards a card right out of his hand. So we're already begun a good hand control here because we know for a fact he's got Stitch Rockstar and he's got a Whole New World. Rockstar needs a 6 cost and Whole New World is a 5 cost. Currently, no one can sing on this board, and he's basically now just going to decide to run his hand out. So that's not bad for me. I'll probably go Hypnotize here so he can draw a card. I'm trying to think what we want to do from this point. I think Little Flynn's got to go now. Next turn, we'll throw down Donald Duck, and that'll give us start getting us some draw engine support here, which will be pretty nice. So that should have been everything. Yep, that's pretty much it. Ugh, okay. I think I'm going to hit the Pluto here, just because I know for a fact Robin Hood and Cinderella have to combine together to knock me out. So, altogether, I'm not overly caring for this Ursula right now. I'm kind of just playing board controls. You see, he has no hand. I've stripped everything out of his hand. If he draws into a song, that's okay. Not that matters to me. And right now, he's just playing quest along. He's just basically playing questing. We could throw that away. We are going to put out this Donald Duck. And then I'm now going to knock out this Pluto. So anyways, Donald here is at 2-5. So in essence, I can hit things. I should have probably gone after Cinderella because she's a singer 3. All honesty. But I mean, I threatened her next turn with this Donald Duck. And our opponent decided because we hand controlled them, we won. Now, once again, there's no match button here, so that we don't go to a 2 out of 3 match anymore. Kind of sad. I really wanted that functionality in Pixelborn. But with that, let's jump into a second game and see how well we do. Alright, folks, so for our second game, we have Ruby Amethyst, which right now is Ruby Amethyst Control, or Amethyst Ruby Control, which is still a very, very strong viable deck for this format. Oh, we got... Okay, I'm going to take out these 3 4s, because again, Rapunzel's really a late game to mid game card, and we have to be wounded. Daisy would be like our turn 4 play, and You Have Forgotten Me is a turn 4 play, but we have a really good starting play here. Okay, well, we really got a good starting here, because Sudden Chill will be singing off that Ursula, so we could put a You've Forgotten Me away. Again, it's a mid game card. I would consider, like, after you hit turn 4, you're about in the early mid game. So you're hitting the mid game part of the Lorcana. Now it is nice because this Rafiki isn't going to be the greatest card he wants to swing at me. Now here's the big question we ask. This gets rid of songs. If I remember the Amethyst Ruby deck we played, we barely played any form of songs besides Be Prepared. So there could be a chance he has to Be Prepared. You know what? We'll take the chance he is running with at least a copy in his hand. Oh my gosh, do we get rid of Friends on the other side or Be Prepared? I think Friends is the better pick because I don't want him drawing in the late stage. Because again, that is a really good card to draw 2 off of. We're not even close to that card being active, but still. The Be Prepared, knowing that there's a Be Prepared in his hand, while annoying. So it makes sense he's going to go after the Ursula. So yeah, really good. I knew he had that Pinocchio too, and I don't know why I spaced like I didn't know it. Kind of sucks we didn't get another inkable card, but well, we'll do that. Now again, the Rafiki is only a challenger on his turn, not on my turn. So it will suck if he has another Pinocchio this, and then he can rest it in some form, or he's going to go after that and discard a card. It's not going to be great because next turn I go Sudden Chill on him. Okay, so both his songs are out of his hand that I knew about. Be Prepared and Friends the Other Side. Okay, so here's the Fox, but he didn't rest me, so I don't really have to worry about this one. That. Crap. I think we'll do this. I have to ink here. I can't be behind in this deck strategy. I am going to at least sing this to forcibly discard. Oh, did I play that by accident? Oh, man, shoot. I didn't sing it. Oh, man. If we were playing this in physical, I would have caught myself singing it. But, of course, you know, I played the ink for it. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Oh, well. You misclick, you misclick. Anyways, I'll at least knock out the 𝐒𝐓𝐾𝐒. I really wanted to sing that because then I could have cycled it. Ugh. It's not what I wanted to do. And got 2 cards in his hand. Especially now since he's got the rabbit engine going on. Alright, so I mean, next turn if we get another inkable card, we just go Bell, and then what is he gonna do? He's gonna lose his he's gonna threaten to lose his entire hand for challenging the Bell, and I mean, yeah, Madam Him goes, but that loses every card in his hand, so I mean, it would be a top deck war at that point. I think I really do like making this into a top deck war. I think it's actually more advantageous if this becomes like a top deck war. Because next turn, I threaten this on him, which is whenever she's challenged, whenever this character is challenged, the challenging player just discards all the cards out of their hand. It becomes a real threat to him. Now, if we can see Little John, Prince John, I don't know why I keep calling him Little John. Little John's the big bear. It's Prince John. Little John's the friend of our good friend, Mr. Robin Hood Man. So, Maui's Fishhook, which gives you evasive. Well, that's one way to ensure you don't have anything to discard by going after me. But now we're both in the top deck war. That's the thing. As much as that sucks that I'm not healing anything, so. But that does put me to 2 lore a turn. That's the thing. I'm at 2 lore a turn where I can easily just quest and this Pinocchio can't really harm me. Yeah, that Crab Merlin's sucks that he's got it, but. Gain evasive for the turn? Or is it evasive forever? Okay, it's still start of your next turn. Well, that's actually really good because this turns me into evasive, so meaning that he'd have to throw a character at me, but I'm a 2/3. But the problem is now does he keep his hand at all times threatening me? Well, that did distract him from going for his quest, which is pretty nice. And this is another really good card here. So again, if he decides to pay this cost, because he doesn't have the Mao yet, so he has to pay 2 to turn someone invasive if he decides to do it this turn. So, in essence, I see him doing it. Yeah, he's going to run at me. Okay, so that does remove the crab from the field and does buff up one of his guys, but the thing is, it became a nuisance card, meaning he couldn't just let me have it. This Flynn Rider will become a nuisance as well, because I'm questing 2 again. That Ursula's nice if we can see some songs. So in essence, my opponent right here isn't going for the lore, he's going for board control on me too. So he's been throwing a lot of his characters at my characters. Well, that kind of sucks, because then that goes for the Ursula, that's what I thought. Again, this is just now a better Lady Tremaine in a way, because of the fact that he gets the pick. Lady Tremaine normally was my pick, so I would have picked the Flynn Rider and kept the, Well, that's another threat he has to deal with. The problem is, if he gets rid of that card in his hand, I get another quest here. So you're going to give something evasive. Okay. I will just play this for the cost. That discards whatever he has in his hands. And that gives me a full 4 here. Again, we're like in a top deck war. So it literally will matter whose top deck works here. But the aspect is, if he doesn't remove this card from his hand, so he gets another card here. The question is, because he is going to pay the 2 here, he is going to swing that at me. So that does distract him from questing with this. Again, he's only questing 1 a turn, so he's not questing fast. Is it any character on the board? Okay, so it's one of my characters. Now the problem is, once again, he goes to 4 to 16. I go to 19. He'll have to deal with this Rapunzel if he wants to win. Well, that does help to have a location on the board now. I think he's gonna get it. I can't do anything about it because actually this will happen is that the fact is I can't deal with this because I could knock something out. Let's see. He gains 2 next turn, going to 18. Yeah, he's got this one. It was close though. All right, 2 game 3. All right, so we got yet another Steel Amber deck, which of course is Song Control. Personally, that's the color of Song Control. That will always be the color of Song Control to me. So, we don't have too bad of a hand right now. I want this Donald Duck for the draw, as much as it gives our opponent a draw. But I'm going to get rid of these because I don't need them yet. 1 Hypnotize is good in my hand right now. And you know what? It's not the greatest hand in the world, but it is a hand nonetheless. So we will look through his hand next turn. That'll give me some hand knowledge here. Is he just playing like puppies? Well, there's another Pluto. I mean, this is just a good card right now for all. Ooh, now I gotta make this choice. We're gonna be drawing some cards here next turn. Next couple of turns, so. No songs, but he got 3 tail waggers, another Pluto, and he does have a Stitch. Ugh, that isn't. It's not the greatest thing in the world to hear that he has a Stitch already. He'd have to get up to a lore of 4 to do it. Yeah, he gets a Stitch out for free. This Pluto's going to be annoying. I have to actually hit it. Or now the problem is he's ramped extremely fast. Was not overly expecting that. I mean, nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. It makes sense that this Stitch Rockstar's deck is now even more ramped. Interesting, he's using the Steel engine. He's using it as a control engine. Because at this point right now, he can shift for the Stitch Rockstar. Yep. Man, how could I ever guess it? He would have almost all character cards in his hand because his only action card his only item went over there. So he's not going to swing the Rockstar. I am going to put this Ursula over here. I am going to sing the Sudden Chill. This will at least give me a draw. Let's see if I can't draw into something that can help me at this point right now. Because right now I'm on a back foot. And, that might help somewhat. It's not going to help overall because this Stitch Rockstar is questing for 3 and he spat it out faster than I could. But I do threaten this bell. The problem is now he's on a draw engine kick. That's the problem. He's on such a small draw. Look at that. Only with literally so little ink and he can now even reduce cost and get another couple guys. Yeah, Stitch Rockstar I think is back in. These Plutos really do help. Look at that. He reduced the cost and got another guy on the board. How do I deal with this Rockstar? The problem is he's way too wide now, and I don't... Because I'm not playing the Steel side of this deck, I don't have any, hyper-aggression against him. That's the thing. I don't have, any form of hyper-aggression. So let's just sing. Okay, so we did get rid of at least 99 puppies, so there's that. Also, the problem is he's got the Pluto in his hand, too, that I really don't want to see. We will at least look at it. Okay, Pluto. Congratulations. Well, look, it's a character, so we can't do anything about it, but we do get to put at least that card in the bottom of our deck. Not much I can do. I think I'm out. I honestly think we are out on this one because of the fact that he's in a white state. And personally, I think, with this hand control deck, from all the testing I'm doing, I honestly don't feel great about it. I think hand control's kind of lost its tempo. If you want to play Emerald, I highly recommend playing Emerald Steel and maybe playing a hand control package in there. Because look at this. I'm basically out. There's nothing I can do. Is there something I can do? No, because he's got... This is a 3 and this is a 2, so that's a 5, that's a 15, yeah. Oh, our opponent got it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about the deck profile. What would you change about it? How would you play hand control in the posted Inklands meta? As well as letting me know all your thoughts about the gameplay. And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time on Mama Dragon's TCG.